Don't breathe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time again, but this time it's being recorded at Newmarket for the second time. Many of our guests and many of our new members have not seen this before. TableTopics is probably the most important and exciting part of every meeting. Some people said it couldn't be done the first time. Some people said that it should have been sent to hell because it was that bad. Within Newmarket we have the Harkmaster, but this is so much better than the Harkmaster, because I behold, yet again, the Turnip of Fortune. It is crude like a turnip. It spins like a turnip. Not only that, but there are six turnip-related questions. If you get a turnip-related question, and believe me, there are 6 of them, you get a turnip. Now, over the weekend, I had to walk a long distance to get these turnips. These aren't just baby turnips. These are real turnips. In fact, for many of you who are vegans or just starving people, this provides a whole nutritious meal for you. Which leads me on to bringing up our first contestant, as it were. Remember, you've got to spin to win. Where it lands on the top, no one knows. All we know is that you have 1 to 2 minutes, 30 seconds either way. However you perceive the question, it is up to you. Now, many people in the audience have never seen this before. So, the only person who has ever seen this before, perhaps, is Natalie. So Natalie, come and show us how it is done. You need to spin to win. We are going with Natalie, what did you win? You win a turnip. Because you are on a desert island. The only plant are turnips. How do you survive?
You might say the only plant is a turnip, but you didn't talk about things that are in the ocean. So I can go diving for my food. But you don't know, turnips are really good. You can carve turnips. So what I can do, now if you peel it, mash it up, and then with, you know, in the sand you can make molds. So I mash it up with water, put it in, and I make myself a snorkel. It's 2 molds, and then I put the 2 molds together in a bit of water, and it blends it. But if you dry it in the sun, it gets really hard, like plastic. Bet you didn't know that about turnips. Why do you think they taste so disgusting? But of plastic. So then I've got a snorkel. And then also what I can do is the turnip trees and branches are really strong, so I can make spears. So with my snorkel, okay, one eye, then one eye, then one eye, because of the salt water, because I can't quite make it into glass. So I've just got to guess. But it's quite shallow in this desert island, so I can see the fish, and then I can go under, you know, stabbing. Why are you all looking at me like I'm lying? Really, do you think I would lie to you? Does this face say it would lie to you? You doubt my word? I'm telling you, it's true. I was stuck on an island. I really was stuck on an island. But luckily, the leaves from the turnip branch, I managed to burn. I got it to make flames, you know, when you, I made some flames and I burnt the leaves and the smoke came. So a passing boat found me. But the only reason I still survived was my snorkel made from turnip. The only one problem is I was rescued by pirates, and they nicked my recipe for the snorkel. I could have patented it. I could have made a lot of money. It would have sold for a hell of a lot of money. Imagine a snorkel made out of turnip.
You get to keep the turnip.
Outstanding. Yay.
There's someone at the back hiding. She will be coming to the front. She did TableTopics last week. It's Paige. Paige, come to the stage. Paige, you've got a spin to win.
Spin it. Can I place it?
No.
No. You've got a spin to win.
I don't wanna.
That wasn't a complete spin.
What is the speed of dark? You get no turnip, Paige. Starvation for the evening.
Thank you, Mr. TableTopics Master, for singling me out. So the Toastmasters are most welcome guests. Speed of dark. First thing, I don't know what that means, but the first thing that came to my head is Star Wars. Because that's in dark, that's in space, and they go fast on spaceships. Star Wars links in with the thing I do know, which is Disney. And Star Wars and Disney are now a thing because Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has just opened up in Florida. And I'm really excited because next year I'm going. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Oh my gosh. It's like you are on Batu. I don't know where that is or what that is. Apparently it's a planet. And it's crazy. They have the blue milk and the green milk. Again, don't know what that is, but I assume it's a drink they drink in Star Wars. And the Millennium Falcon, the ride is crazy. You actually drive the Millennium Falcon, which is so cool. Although I have, I'm just like, as I said, I'm just like a freak. And I have the Disney World app still on my phone, which I check wait times regularly because I wish I was there. And Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Millennium Falcon ride hit 400 minutes last week. That's a lot. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. That's 6.5 hours of waiting in line, which in Florida heat in August, no thank you. Oh, it's Toastmasters.
Would any of our guests like to spin to win? We've got one looking at me right now. He is a brave soul. He has his Dutch courage. Got a spin to win.
Let's go then.
Ah! You have won a year's supply of turnips. You win a turnip.
That's a big turnip.
Take it away.
Thank you very much. Year supply of turnips. Well, the funny thing about this is that I honestly don't know if I've actually ever eaten a turnip. Now, with a year supply, I don't really know how many you can eat a day. We'll ballpark this. Yeah, I'm actually pretty... I eat a lot, so we'll say 3 turnips a meal, so we're saying 9 a day, times that's a lot of God blessed turnips. Now at that point, if I want a year's supply, as it says right there, it never says anything about me having to eat these turnips. So then I'm just going to go to a market every week, like we have here in the UK, and I'm just going to sell them. Dirt cheap, because I already have my 9-to-5 job, so now this just goes into play money. This just goes into, you know, doing whatever the heck else I want to do with it. And that is the best part, is being able to take something like a year's supply of turnips, something that I even think the most hardcore of vegan wouldn't actually want, and turning it into something that you would actually want to do. So, you know, selling these for dirt cheap once again, just giving them away basically. taking that little bit of money, throwing it into, you know, let's say going on a holiday, whether it's just putting it into the car because that thing keeps putting all the miles in it by driving to market every single weekend to sell these turnips. But, you know, that's, with a year's supply of turnips, I think I would try to look on the, you know, bright side of life, as the song goes. But, yeah, that'll do it for me. Thank you guys very much.
Some give away chocolate, but instead you have a chance to win a turnip. And I hear you're also converted to a vegetarian in 2 weeks ago, in fact. You said you were a vegetarian. So you now have a chance to win yourself a meal. Gonna spin to win. Spin again. The story of the giant turnip. Not only that, but you get a free turnip.
Thank you. Right. The story of the giant turnip. Now, I do realise that every time I've come up here and had this topic, or a topic, Natalie and Helen have sort of said, you don't have to keep on topic. You actually can change and talk about whatever you like. So, I actually do use turnips, and I love them, because it's coming up for winter. You've got soup season, and there is nothing nicer than getting some fresh turnips, parsnips, carrots, leeks, popping it all in. Of course, now I'm vegetarian, so it's going to be a bit tricky with the boys who really can't deal without meat in a meal. So I do tend to make 2 meals now. But nothing nicer than that on a Sunday, particularly. Get slow cooker going, do whatever you need to do. By the evening, you've got these lovely fresh rolls or nice fresh bread, soup going, and you walk into the house and it's just warm, and you've got the smell, and you've got, you know, it's just lovely. So that would be what I'd use my turnip for now. Coming back to giant turnips, all I can think of is the story about the giant peach. But I'm not British, so I don't actually know the story. I can picture the cover of the book with this huge big giant peach, and my boys would actually be able to tell me what to say now, but clearly that's not going to happen. So, yeah, lovely. Thank you for the turnip. Thank you.
Do I have a volunteer?
Yeah, go on.
Doug said he's going on now. Doug, you've got to spin to win.
Hey. That was a terrible mistake, but thank you.
What have we got? Spin again, Doug.
I wanted that one.
Daytime or nighttime, Doug? No turnip for you, I'm afraid.
So disappointed about that. I don't think I've ever cooked a turnip, so... Can you eat them raw?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Daytime or nighttime? These are very open-ended questions, which I like, sort of. Is yes an appropriate answer to that? I'm a nighttime person. I don't like the daytime at all. My last job, I worked with Americans in the US, and I was the only person in the team in the UK. So they used to, well, I've told you, I've kind of spoiled this, not spoiled it, but I've screwed up my story, because I told you they start work really early. But they didn't know that I used to sort of start work about lunchtime, because I'm not a morning person, and I would do a little bit of work in the afternoon. I was very unproductive during the day, and come about 5 or 6 p.m. I would get very productive, and I could work through from 6 p.m. to 2 or 3 in the morning, which used to really annoy my wife. that's evening is the time for us. But I'm very productive at night. I don't know what it is, but that's my best time. During the day, I can't concentrate at all. I'm just distracted. I keep looking at websites. I do stuff I shouldn't be doing. But at night, focused, work in a dark room with just my little angle point lamp, and I'm working away. So nighttime for me is the most productive time. And I changed job back in February, and now I have to work during the day in an office from 9 to 5:30, and I'm finding it really difficult working during the day. But I do have a window behind me, and I close the blind every single day, and it really annoys everyone in the office, because there's only 3 of us have desks near windows, and I always close my blinds. It's dark, and so the dark environment is my favourite. So for me at least, nighttime is best. I don't seem to work very well when the sun is up. I'm not a vampire, clearly, but there's something it makes me very productive, and that's my favourite time. Thank you very much.
Have we got time for any more? One more. She's saying one more. Any volunteers, or are we going to have to volunteer people? We have a volunteer! You got to spin to win. Let's go for that one. I'm trying to pin you on my face.
That was more right here. But I know she already got it, so.
Summer or winter? No turnip for you.
Let's take some introspective into this problem right here. Summer or winter? Does that work? Does that count? I don't know if that was the right opportunity for that or not. Summer all the way for me. Yes, I love Florida. So I love the weather there. I can deal with the summer heat. Just some flip-flops, shorts, short-sleeve shirt, the beach, of course suntan lotion because I don't have any hair up here. I'm follically challenged, some people would say. So I need that. Sometimes I just get the first sunburn and then peel it off, and then it turns into a tan, and I'm good to go for the rest of the summer. Wintertime comes around, oh no. It's not so bad here in England. It doesn't get that cold. So I know it gets a little rainy, has a rainy season, or at times still doesn't get that cold. I've been up north in South Dakota. Winters up there, not very fun. Snow this tall, can't get around too much. You're stuck indoors. Get that shining effect going on. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Shining, Jack Nicholson. So, not a good time. It affects with your emotions. But that sun, you got the vitamin D from it. So. Gotta have it to survive. I love this summer. Summertime is my best time of year, and I thrive during that time of year. For one thing, you got festivals. I love music, so you got music festivals going on, jazz festivals, different art festivals, all things that you can do during the summer. Summer is the best time of year.
And that ends another turnip of fortune. But I would like to add that no turnips were harmed in the making of this table topics. Not only that, but some people got turnips. And they are probably now very emotional and very happy because they can feed themselves for a week. But I would now like to hand back to our friendly Toastmaster of the evening.